How many fences did you have to go through to win this award?
What?
Sorry.
What'd she say?
Okay.
What makes Denzel so effective at destroying these interview traps? Well, it's not just quick thinking, it's preparation meeting principle. He knows who he is and what he stands for, and he's not willing to compromise those values for anyone's entertainment. Today, we dive into the moments when interviewers thought they would get a gotcha moment only to get completely schooled on live television. Denzel versus photographer. Denzel has been an actor for a long time, and one thing he has successfully mastered is the ability to keep his cool even when everyone else around him is being a jerk. The legendary actor was attending this year's Cannes Festival when things suddenly got heated on the red carpet. A photographer was seen grabbing his arm for whatever reason, but Denzel wasn't having it. He pointed his finger directly at the man and sternly warned him to stop. But nope, that never deterred the photographer. He reached for Denzel's arm again. Denzel would pull away, repeating the words "stop" multiple times. The past is gone. Denzel suddenly doesn't trust journalists because every question to him is a setup.
One of your quotes is, acting as a way of making a living, family is life. I guess that's something that you never lose sight of.
Well, what I said, as I remember it, many moons ago, was that when acting was my life. When I was young, you're young, oh, it's all I see, acting's my life. But when my first child was born, my son who's 26 now, I realized, wait a minute, no, this is life.
This interview took place during the press tour for his movie, Unstoppable, where he starred as a real engineer. The interview actually started on a good note until the journalist makes the worst mistake of his career by talking about the past.
You've had some amazing co-stars. Who stands out, do you think, when you look back as some of the great talents?
I don't look back. For what?
If this journalist had done her homework, she would know that Denzel has a forward-looking philosophy rather than nostalgia. The activist label trap. Picture this, you sitting across from one of the most influential actors of our time, and you think you've got the perfect question.
Have you been an activist for a while?
Well, this question seems innocent enough, right? Nope. For Denzel, every question is a potential scandal and needs surgical precision.
Have you been an activist for a while?
I've never been an activist.
No.
I'm active. I mean, what is the definition of an activist? We've all fallen short of the glory, and we're all a work in progress, and I'm just trying to do the best I can every day.
Context: this moment happened during an interview where Denzel was promoting his film Roman J. Israel Esquire, which makes the activist question somewhat relevant to the film's themes. Though Denzel clearly wasn't having any of the lazy labeling, the race card shut down. Here is where things get really spicy.
Do you think was it caused by racial discrimination? And is that the effect of racial discrimination on people?
Here's the thing you got to remember. When you talk about racial and you talk about discrimination, maybe, what if he just wasn't good enough? See, it's so easy to just say, oh, it's because of this. It's because of racism. Oh, I didn't get the job because of that.
During an interview to promote his film Fences, the interviewer decided to push the narrative that racial discrimination was a root cause of a character's struggles, practically begging Denzel to agree with his predetermined storyline, which was a big mistake.
But we know for a fact that so many talented African Americans who don't achieve their goals, or they are prevented or deprived from achieving their big dreams because of their skin color.
The right word is not is, was.
Was.
And that's not the only problem. That's one of the problems. Now, you can make it the only one if you'd like.
You said was. You mean, is it better now? An African American doesn't face these obstacles?
We're sitting in the Four Seasons talking about a movie. We wouldn't be doing this in 1957 unless my name was Poitier.
This wasn't Denzel denying that racism exists. He's way too smart for that. He was calling out the lazy thinking that reduces every failure to a single cause. If he were white, the topic of race wouldn't even matter, and that simply annoys him. The white supremacist bait some interviewers never learned.
Over the last 8 years, in your mind, have race relations improved under his leadership?
Race relationships have to do with race relationships. You're white or whatever you are, I'm black or whatever I am. We're standing here talking now. That's how we get things done.
Now the host tried to drag Denzel into political controversy by bringing up white supremacists, probably expecting an emotional reaction that could clip for social media. Instead, they got something else.
You can't legislate love. You can't legislate love. The President of the United States can't legislate us into liking each other. We have to step forward and ask questions about each other and engage. There's no law that says, oh, because I'm president, you all got to get along now.
Denzel stated with a calm authority of someone who has actually thought about these issues. The interviewer kept pushing, but Denzel wasn't taking the bait.
Has that movement in particular, the Black Lives Matter movement, helped race relations or not in America?
Well, listen, we live in America, and in America we have the freedom to express ourselves. We shouldn't take that for granted. So whatever the movements are, whether you agree with them or don't, they have the right to express themselves.
A Katie Corig confrontation. Here is something that separates Denzel from other celebrities: his ability to call out condescending questions in real time. Cue Katie Corig.
I had a very uncomfortable interview once with Denzel Washington about the remake of The Manchurian Candidate, and I think he totally misconstrued a question I asked and kind of jumped all over me, and it was so uncomfortable.
When Katie Corig asked whether Hollywood folks should stick to acting, Denzel responded with,
I don't know what Hollywood folks are, first of all. Hollywood is a town that has some stars on the sidewalk. I don't know anybody from there. Corig pressed the issue, telling Washington, okay, alright, well, let me rephrase the question. Are you one of those people that, at this, Washington interrupted Corig, saying, there you go. Am I one of those people? Isn't that interesting? When the reporter tried to redirect once again by pointing out that Washington is an actor, the Training Day star shot back. No, I'm not that either. I'm a human being. My job is acting.
The alcohol trap, telling a well-renowned actor he didn't need to research his role about drinking because he was once an addict, is a backhanded compliment only Denzel could handle. Instead of getting defensive, he used humor to show composure and maturity.
Researching your roles, but one part of this role, of course, you didn't have to renounce, and that's the alcoholic part of it, because at one point in your life, you were in danger of becoming an alcoholic, weren't you?
Me? Right now, as we speak.
When you were younger.
When I was younger, I guess we all were in danger. We didn't know it.
When the interviewer pressed about going off the rails, Denzel calmly responded,
No, I didn't go that far off the rails. Somebody told you I did.
No, that was in all the research, in all the articles written about it.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
I better read them.
This light-hearted response not only shut down the line of questioning, but showcased his ability to handle personal attacks with grace and humor, the King Charles deflection. When Jimmy Kimmel tried to get Denzel to take a jab at King Charles, suggesting he might say something controversial, Denzel's response was pure class.
What did you guys talk about?
It was just small talk.
Yeah,
quick
nothing.
handshake.
Yeah. Did you think about what you were going to say beforehand?
No.
Kimmel pushed for drama, but Denzel wasn't taking the bait.
What a job for him, though. He has to go through and say something that everyone's going to remember what he said.
He said he loved all my movies.
Oh, he did? All of them?
Yeah, that's what he said, all of them. Don't get me in trouble with the king.
Yeah, you could be beheaded.
Yeah,
you don't want to.
It was a perfect blend of humor, respect, and complete refusal to create unnecessary controversy. Denzel turned what would have been a tabloid moment into a display of class and dignity.